because this is a little weird. Blog Talk was acting a little crazy, so I had to restart my whole PC. So let's see if this works out. This will determine whether we're going to be able to take calls tonight or not. So we'll see in just about.
To start your show now.
Okay.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4.
Oh, it looks like
3,
we're going to have
2.
We're
1.
going to have sound tonight. We're good. You will be able to call in. Yeah. Hold on a second, because there's a little trick to this. So hold on. We actually have to go in, come out, go back in.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
But this is a good look. All right, let's go. Yeah. Daily Go Get 'em, isn't baby? Tuesday, Pretty Petty Tuesday.
Start your show now.
Since it appears you're calling back to a live show,
let's
we
go.
are reconnecting you now.
Yes. All right, we good. We in motion. Everything is going to be okay. You know what we talking about tonight, and you know what we talking about today. We talking about Diddy versus Hugh. What we talking about? Can't we keep it in step? Well, Diddy is locked up for now. Trafficking charges. Yeah, it's looking kind of bad. Ow. Well, I mean, you do the crime, then you got to do the time. But I know that I'm looking at it in a different way. When I go online, they talk about, yo, he really shouldn't be doing the time if nobody did it before him. His predecessors are doing the thing. They getting lesser time and not even being charged for crime. Yeah, what about the others? Yeah, but we locking up brothers each and every day of the year. So what's going on? Well, I'm thinking, yeah. Well, did he do it or did he not? Yo, you know that right now, real Diddy is hot. And I ain't talking about burning up the charts. I'm talking about burning in that jail cell. Yeah, art is something that we have to paint a picture. Yeah, I'm going to talk to you're right now with you. All right, so what's going on, y'all? Yo, it's the Daily Go Get 'em Show. I'm your host, Son 752. Tonight, on this Pretty Petty Tuesday, on this 29th of October. You know, we only have 2 more days before Halloween. But on this 29th of October, we are talking about Diddy is still locked up, but Hugh Heffner was never arrested. Now, we're talking about that on the premise of, y'all know that Diddy, P. Diddy, Sean John Puffy P. Diddy Combs was arrested on sex trafficking, kind of like sex trafficking, human trafficking charges, and sort of like racketeering. Now, the real problem is not, there's no allegations that I'm aware of any sexual assault, but his problem is that it seemed like he had a little ring going on, like he was a pimp or something like that. Now, I don't know how far that's going to go, but when you go online on social media, there's some conversation about this, and I thought that we might be able to talk a little bit about it, because they're asking the question of, well, why is it that P. Diddy is going through all of this stuff? Because he basically was getting his freak on, but Hugh Hefner and other people, but especially Hugh Hefner, had been getting his freak on openly. Everybody knew about it. He was married a few times, and even when he was married, he had a lot of things going on at the mansion, at the Playboy Mansion. And if you don't know who Hugh Hefner is the late Playboy mogul. He invented Playboy magazine and the whole Playboy. He kind of got the nude magazine thing started, if you want to call it that, because they weren't, like the nudity that they were showing, you would be able to show that. Well, we see that in a regular music video nowadays, and even more than what they were showing back then. So his was sort of like considered to be like a classy form of nudity, pornography, and all of that kind of stuff. But many of the things that Hugh Hefner was doing when he was alive are the things that P. Diddy is pretty much doing now. And those are the things he was accused of. Those are the things he was charged for. And these are the things that he is facing a conviction for. Now, as you may know, because this is a high profile case, P. Diddy was not only arrested, but he was considered to be a flight risk. So he wasn't even able to get bail. Now imagine yourself being worth 700, 800, almost $1 billion, being worth almost $1 billion and not being able to make bail, and you haven't killed anyone. That's pretty much what Diddy is looking at. Now, I'm not here to defend Sean Puffy Combs. I'm really not a fan. I appreciate what he did with certain, within the music industry. I do appreciate what he did in the music industry, but I'm not what you would call a fan of P. Diddy. I know a lot of things about him as far as the way he treated his artists, his approach to music and the industry and things like that. So I have my own opinions about him, but that has nothing to do with the crimes that he's being charged for. So I want to talk to y'all a little bit about it. Actually, I want to talk to y'all a lot about it. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight on the Daily Go Get Milton Show. This show is called Diddy is Still Locked Up, but Hugh Heffner was never charged. So I want to know how y'all feel about that. Hugh Heffner was never charged with a crime. Now, that's not to say that crimes weren't committed at the Playboy Mansion. There were actually people who were killed at the Playboy Mansion. Real talk. And as a matter of fact, if any of y'all are like me, do you watch the ID channel a lot? And there's a show on the ID channel called The Playboy Murders. I don't know if any of y'all have seen it. I have. I don't know. I don't like the placement of this mic. But this is what happens when you're not wearing a button down. I don't know. So let me see how this goes. Let me see. Yeah, I think I can rock with it like this. I really don't like it to be too close to my mouth because, you get a little bit of reverb or whatever. I don't really like that. I'm an audiophile, man. The sound gotta be right. Am I clear? We good? What up, Stacy White? Thanks for coming on through. I appreciate you. And Magnolia, what's good? Says, sorry for yesterday, son. I really need your help. I saw some kids bullying a kid in middle school. I am a sophomore. Would it be bad if I stepped in? I mean, it's never bad if you step in, but there are different ways to step in. You can step in and break it up. You can step in and give them a warning and let them know that you have the kids back and say, like, listen, y'all not going to be jumping nobody. We're not doing that. If it's a fair fight, I don't think that y'all should be out here fighting. But if it's going to be a fight, it should be fair and it should be one-on-one. So y'all pick which one is going to fight. And if, I don't know, there are a lot of ways. I come from a fighting background. So, Garbage meme says, look at the size of that head. Which one? Because I got more than one. They're all big. You big bitch. All right. Magnolia says son is his criminal costume right now. Is that what it is? PRBBEU. Oh, USMC, United States Marine Corps. Diddy dipped his chocolate in Obama's peanut butter. Oh, God. Come on, man. Stop that. We're not doing none of that. Amelia Marie says opinions on furries. I don't know what furries are. And I don't think I want to look that up. All right. Okay. My friend says the KKK trying to put me in a wheelchair. I need help. All right. It says Sean Combs has food fashion sense. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm not invasive, just curious. All right. Emily says, Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow. She about to turn it out. And she says, you mentioned whether it could be a white or black thing. In my opinion, almost everything we as people do, it may always be seen as a black and white thing. Well, we can take a look at that. We could take a strong look at it because there may be some validity to whether there are some racial implications dealing with justice, dealing with equality, dealing with fairness, dealing with, as far as, we know that we have had a lot of problems with the imbalance of arrests, sentencing, and convictions as it pertains to one race versus another. So I mean, it's not a stupid question, and it's not invalid in any way. So let me see. Okay, all right. The audio is good. Cool. Amelia says, I know it's not that bad, to be honest. You just ignore everyone that is under 18, and most people are chill with me. Edgy teens are annoying. Okay, I don't really know what you're talking about, but okay. Blood talking. First of all, I'm not a blood, so take that gang shit wherever the fuck you got it from. Because ain't no bloods, ain't no Crips, ain't no GDs, ain't no what do you call it? Ain't no Black Spades, ain't no what's that shit? Vice Lords, ain't none of that shit here. And none of that shit is welcome. I'm 54 years old. And I'm on at 2:00 in the morning. I'm on the East Coast. I'm from Philly. And so if kids are up this late, they ain't got no business being up late, even if you're on the West Coast. So I don't rate this show for kids. But if you got some sense, you can hang out. But this is adult conversation. And I've never billed it as anything except for that. So, all right, Amelia says, I'm white and I grew up around a lot of people of other races and they constantly shun me away. Whenever I talk to people, I never think of race whatsoever. Well, we live in a racial society, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with identifying with a particular race or culture or ethnic background. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You come from somewhere. So unfortunately, as a black man, I don't have the luxury of being able to just, saying I don't see color, because me not seeing color could, have me hanging from a tree. The only color I guess I'll be seeing is darkness. I don't know. All right. Cody says, made it back to your stream finally. Well, I'm glad you did. And he says, glad you got an Eagles win. Go Bills. Go Bills. Definitely. Definitely. All right. Good to see y'all. Magnolia says, son, would you say I fit? I can 86 myself if I'm being obstructed. Listen, man. Listen. I've never had a problem with you. I know you don't have a problem with me. Let's talk. So on social media, I've seen a lot of people try to defend Diddy, saying that the things that he was locked up, he got locked up for, the trafficking, the racketeering. They're pretty much painting him as a pimp. And the question comes up is, is it fair? Is he getting a fair shake? Would he have gotten arrested if he wasn't Diddy? Are we talking about the Illuminati shit? How come, when it comes to this Illuminati shit, is it just me, or do I never hear about white people being caught up in the Illuminati? Like, is it just me? Like, are they just like in the silent Illuminati? Every time I hear about somebody being in the Illuminati or Illuminati plant or hit or whatever, they always black. Black entertainers. It's certainly the Illuminati is not. If there is an Illuminati, and I believe that there is a secret society, that they're not black. I mean, if you've read anything on this or seen any videos or whatever, if you've gotten any information, that the Illuminati has to be white. And they say that black people can't get in. But just like a country club, black people might not be able to get in, but they might be able to, they may not be able to join, but they might be able to be a guest. Gotta make it look like a certain kind of thing at certain times. So with all of that being said, is Diddy guilty in your opinion? Now, my thing is always, Either you did a crime or you didn't. You either did what you were accused of or you didn't. Now, when they raided all of his houses, like Diddy's high profile. We have the tape with him assaulting Cassie in the hotel room. Of course, it was a long time ago, but nonetheless, we have that. Then they raided his houses, and he didn't get arrested right after that. It took months before he was arrested, and then when he was arrested, then he didn't make bail. He wasn't offered bail. He was denied bail straight up and down because he was considered to be a flight risk. And if you really think about it, that might be a little legit. That might be slightly legit that he was considered to be a flight risk. But is him being labeled a flight risk? Is it possible that was racially motivated? Is it possible? There are a lot of possibilities when you think about any of this stuff. But when we start making a comparison, see, Hugh Heffner is not here to verify or confirm or deny anything that will be said about him. So we don't have that luxury. But we can look back at some of the history if you know anything. Like I said, there's a TV series on the ID channel called The Playboy Murders. So there are a lot of Playboy bunnies have come up missing. There have been assaults and all kinds of crazy stuff, that went on in that mansion. So, but one thing is for sure, Hugh Hefner was never charged. He was never arrested. He may have been questioned, but he was never arrested. He was never charged for anything. And he was definitely never convicted. Well, how you going to get convicted of a crime that you were never charged with, that you were never arrested for? It doesn't work that way. So what do y'all think? What up, VI? Wait a minute. Let me make sure. Let me make sure some things are okay. You know what I mean? Let me make sure some things are okay. Magnolia says Diddy is a scapegoat. In my opinion, they're trying to make a point with him. Could be. But the thing is, you can't deny that he did something. He absolutely did something. And Diddy has a bunch of receipts. Like, he ain't going out. He ain't going out by himself. Somebody is going down. As a matter of fact, he taking everybody out. If I go down, everybody go down. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down. By the way, let me put the number in here. Y'all can call into this show if the feeling hits you and you don't want to just stay in the chat. You can call in to this show. The phone lines are working, and I can get your own in here. So let me put the number here. I'm going to put the number in, and I'm going to pin it so we won't have to keep asking. What was the number again? What was the number? There you go. The number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Call 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the. As a matter of fact, you don't have to press number 1, but there is an operator, and they will prompt you to press number 1 if you would like to speak. And the reason that they do that is because you can actually just listen to the show by calling in if for some reason are mobile and you can't watch the show on YouTube or whatever. So that's another way to be able to watch the show. But you don't have to press number 1 to speak. If you call in, I know that you want to speak. So it's simple as that. So wait a minute. Who's 10 years old? Is Magnolia 10? I don't know too many 10. Listen, I'm not. VI says I'm trying to see With that, oh yeah, never mind. Nah, that's why I said before I give you a shout out, let me make sure that you let me yeah. Let me clear some space here. Cody says that there's a black mini version of the Illuminati. It does seem like there is a such thing, you know, for the Jay-Z's and the Kanye Wests, maybe the Dr. Dre's, maybe the Mike Tysons. Yeah, you know, all that sacrifice stuff. I really hate this. I really hate to get into it because there really is enough evidence to support any of those theories or any of those conspiracy theories. At the same time, you can say that it's all garbage and there really isn't any evidence. It depends on how you look at it. It's sort of like God. If you believe in God, then he exists for you. And you're always going to find ways to prove that he exists. And if you don't believe in God, then you're going to always find reasons that he doesn't exist. And you're going to find scientific ways to dispute that a presence of God is there. I get it. I'm not even mad at that. But for our purposes, if we're trying to make a comparison between the way that Sean Puffy Combs, Sean Diddy, Puffy, whatever, has been treated versus how some other people in the industry, in the sex industry, in the entertainment industry have been treated, then we have to take certain things into consideration. You know, it's a crazy thing, man. The thing in Hollywood that takes down people the most is sex. You ever really think about that? Sex. The thing that puts all of us on this earth. The thing that is necessary for procreation. The thing that populates a place. Sex. It's the one thing that will put money in your pocket and take even more money out of your pocket. Especially in Hollywood. In other jobs, regular 9-to-5 jobs, sex is not normally the thing that will bring you down unless you conduct yourself in some other kind of illicit way, like, you know, sexual harassment or something like that. But other than that, it's not like that. But in Hollywood, it just seems like or should I say the entertainment industry, because not necessarily Hollywood, but yeah, the entertainment industry, they will let you do all of that freak shit. And other people will join in on the freak. Yo, freak over here, freak over there, freak up, freak down, freak side to side, back and forth, you know? And then all of a sudden, all of your sexual exploits come into question, and now you don't get a check anymore. It's a wrap for you. It's over. OBA. Over. It is over. So, you know, you really have to watch what you do. But I know how it goes. When the money is flowing, and so is the alcohol, the pills, the powder, the heroin, whatever your drug of choice is, it's always available in the entertainment industry. And it takes you places and compromises your values, your morals, and the things, and your ethics. It does. It compromises all of that. And when the smoke clears, here you are broke. You was a multi-millionaire last month, and now here you are broke as a joke. It's crazy. Well, let's say a year ago. A year ago, you were a multi-millionaire. You know what I mean? Making it rain. Making it rain. This year, you broke. All your money is going into the legal system, and here you are, worried about where you're going to spend the rest of your life because you're facing mad years. All over a little. But that's what we're working with. That's the world we live in. My friend says when we going to talk about Meech. Okay, what you want to talk? I mean, How does Meech fit into this conversation? Big Meech. How does he fit into this conversation? I mean, Meech was sort of in the entertainment industry, but he just financed, he financed some rappers like Jeezy, I mean, but tell you what, let me know how Meech can fit into this conversation and we'll get him in the conversation some kind of way. Kaza Frenzy says that's because he is in with them all. He said, what about all the children? Well, I mean, be more clear. All right. My friend says Big Meech is out of prison. Oh, did he actually get out? I know his release date was coming up. I didn't know he was actually out. Big Meech is out of prison. Why you ain't talking about that? Well, if you notice, the title of this show is called Diddy is Still in Jail, but Hugh Heffner was never arrested. That's the name of the show. That's the actual title of the show. So that's why I'm not talking about Meech. And here's some other reasons I'm not talking about Meech. I never sold drugs. I never used drugs. But you know what else? I was always around drug dealers and drug addicts. And you know what else? I lost a lot of friends who were drug and family members who were drug dealers and drug addicts. Friends, family, associates, people I grew up with, classmates. Yeah. Drugs have definitely permeated my existence, but I never used them and I never sold them. So I didn't get money out there. I was taught to be a square. I had to go to work, get my ass up, wash my ass, go to work, be there on time, work hard, move up the ranks, come back home, feed my family, hustle on the side legally, sell something, t-shirts, a content creator, that kind of shit. Let's get dressed, y'all. Let's get dressed. So we had it going on last night. We didn't get dressed. It's time for us to do it. I don't want us to ever lose. I don't want to be the type that forgets where I come from. So let me throw my uniform on here so we can go to work. Throw on my uniform. All right. Okay, there we go. Cow bones, baby. If you were wondering, and even if you weren't, cow bones. You get dressed too. All right, you ready? All right. Y'all pick from the three. Which one do y'all want to wear tonight? The one on the left, the one in the middle, or the one on the right? The one on the right, the one in the middle, or the one on the left? Please don't take all day. Please don't take all. Magnolia says left. All right. Tom says none of the above. That's not going to happen. So, all right. Come on, we just need a couple more votes. This is the one on the left. You see the shine? I mean, these are genuine cow bones. No plastic, no stone, no wood. The one in the middle, or the one on the right? Which one? All right, we have two for the left. Cheryl says the middle. What up, Info Spot? What's up? All right, we got three. Wait. Do we got one, two? We got two for the left. We got one. Two for the middle. Two for the left, one for the middle. Come on, y'all. We'll have all day. We about to listen. We got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The left it is. Y'all are leftists. All right, I need y'all to stick your neck out. No Diddy. Stick your neck out, baby. No Diddy. All right, we looking good. Looking good, looking good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. All right. Let's give y'all the ocular proof so you can see how you're looking tonight. And you are looking good. Real good, you know what I'm saying? So check it out. Look at that. Look at that. You're looking good. Ladies, you're looking beautiful. You're looking sweet. You're looking gorgeous. You're looking pretty. You're looking sexy. Yeah, you're looking like something somebody want to take home tonight. And brothers, you're looking fly. You're looking handsome. You're looking suave. You're looking debonair. You're looking smooth. You got on your soft stuff tonight. Yeah, you want to hook up tonight. Everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be good. Take a screenshot. I show them what you got. Take a screenshot. You like it a lot. To take a screenshot. Yeah, you know how it go. Yeah, you was rocking with the DG show. It's the Daily Go. The Daily Go Get Up Miz Show. All right, good stuff, y'all. So, we are talking about whether Diddy is getting his just desserts. I mean, to be honest with you, it can be kind of hard to say what somebody else deserves versus what actually happens to them. Like, in many ways, who are we to say if he should be charged or he should be a suspect? All we can do is go by what we have seen, heard in the media, seen in the media. If some of you have had the opportunity to actually be around Diddy or know people who knew him. I mean, shoot, I know people who knew him personally. I know people who know him personally. And many of them tell me that he is what they say he is. He has some control issues. He gets it in a certain kind of way. Now, I don't know anybody who has been to any of his parties and all of that. Because there's a lot of talk about Diddy parties and all of that. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about it. And I don't really want to know nothing about it. But now that it's national news, now that you're talking about an almost billionaire that's locked up and facing mad time, and we're not even really sure that it looks bad for him, or that they don't have enough evidence, or that we should even give a shit. That's the thing about all of this celebrity stuff. You know what I mean? It's not always easy to really get into this stuff, but here we are. All right. James Kinley says, "What up from James? I got yards." I don't know. You got yards? You mean hundreds? Info Spot says incident until proven guilty. It doesn't look good for him. Or do you mean innocent until proven guilty? Probably innocent, right? All right. Yeah, I mean, hey. All right. Wait a minute. Ami Newton. Iman says, "May I know how Beyonce is linked with Diddy in this industry? Because they're always worshiping her." I think they're worshipped separately. Joey VX says, "This has nothing to do with racism. As a matter of fact, him being black might have been the reason he is just now getting arrested rather than sooner. Everyone in the industry would hint at Diddy." Well, people can say a lot of things, but in the court of law, it's about what you can prove. You have to have, like, in order to be convicted of a crime, a criminal offense, you have to be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Like, the evidence against you has to be so strong that there is no denying that the likelihood that you committed that crime is likely, regardless of whether you pled guilty or not guilty. Of course, there's no reason to go to trial if you're going to plead not guilty. I mean, if you want to plead guilty, if that's a confession. All right. Here's the thing. I don't know how much y'all know about how the feds move, but they're never, when you bring in federal officials, the feds, ATF, DEA, Secret Service, Customs, what is it? What's the one where they catch the fugitives? It is U.S. Customs, isn't it? Yeah, U.S. Customs. Okay, when they come in, they do all of their homework first. By the time they arrest you, you ain't wiggling out of this. They have built a file on you that is undeniable. They've been watching you for a long ass time, mad surveillance, mad informants, all kinds of things that are going to disallow you to be able to just, talk your way out of it, wiggle your way out of it. Yeah, they're coming for you. And it's going to be some shit. So when they raided his houses, when they raided Diddy's houses months ago, and they didn't come across and they didn't make an arrest, it made sense that they didn't make any arrests because they were just looking for evidence. They have informants who told them that at one of his houses or some of his houses or all of his houses, there's going to be evidence of what you are looking for to charge him with. So we don't know what they got, but we do know that they went to his house, and his house is his properties, and they seized some evidence, but they didn't make an arrest. By the time they made an arrest, that's why he didn't get bailed. Well, other than the fact that when they raided his houses the first times, he was away. He was out in the Caribbean. So he kind of marked himself as a flight risk by doing that. So that kind of hurt him. And perhaps he was a flight risk. Perhaps. We have 113 people in here, and we only have 9 likes. I know we can do better than that. Can we, I don't like to beg, but I will ask very passionately. Can we get some more likes? Just a few more likes. I promise to live up to the hype. I promise. I'll sing, I'll dance, I'll rap, I'll play instruments. I do. Look, check it out. No kidding. Just, yeah. The like doesn't cost you anything. Not 1 cent. Not 1 cent. And I promise not to sell you anything, ask you for any money. We just here to have this conversation. And a lot of times you come into the room and you start listening, trying to find out if this is something that you're interested in or not. And you may forget to hit the like button, but please just hit the like button. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. One of the three. It all helps. It just helps the channel out. All right. So when the feds come in, they don't make mistakes. Once you start getting the feds involved, you have opened a Pandora's box, and they have enough evidence on you to go to trial. You're not going to get funneled out of the system because they lack evidence. But that's what them going to his house was all about, his properties. That's what that was all about, gathering evidence. Now, what evidence they got, I don't know. But you see what he was charged with. Speaking of what he was charged with, let's be precise. What crimes has P. Diddy been charged with? All right. Okay, so sex trafficking. Let's get the official. All right. All right. This is New York Times. Let me see. Come on, man. I'm not ordering on New York Times. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. The hip hop mogul Sean Combs was charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution in federal court in Manhattan. See, that's the thing. Sex trafficking, but you have to listen to conspiracy and transportation. So that's how they made a federal case out of it. If he was only dealing with people in New York, it wouldn't be any language in there talking about transportation. And they probably wouldn't have brought the feds in. He would have probably been facing a local, or should I say a state case, and he probably would have had a better chance at beating it. But what they're saying is that he made calls from women from different states and had them flown in, bussed in, trained in, drove in, and that was a ring, a racket, a system, a business. So basically, he's being charged with being a pimp. Now the question is, was he making money from this? That's what we need to find out. Was he making money? Because if this is just some freak shit where like, oh, we just like to, we like them California girls, we like them girls down in Texas or up in Minnesota. We like to bring different kind of girls from Montana, the North and South Dakota, Iowa. We do different Midwest, Tennessee. Forget about Miami. Anybody can do Miami. We do shit like Kalamazoo, Albuquerque. See, bringing all of those different people in makes it look like you are running some type of racket. But the thing is, the money. If you're not making money from this, then what makes it any different from, like, let's say a swingers club or a social club? Because that was essentially what was going on in the Playboy Mansion when Hugh Heffner was alive. When Hugh Heffner was alive, he was running the Playboy Mansion, and all kinds of A-list celebrities and the who's who would go to the Playboy Mansion and they would get their freak on. Them bunnies for everybody. They was bunny hopping. Bunny over here, bunny over there, bunny over there, back, forth, up, down, side to side. But Hugh was giving out pussy for free. So it never came into question. One thing is for sure, those bunnies were not from California. They came from all kind of different states. But Hugh Hefner was never called on the carpet for that. But at the Playboy Mansion, people were killed. There were murders. There were people who there were assaults also from famous people that you may know. I think they said Jim Brown got into some shit at the Playboy Mansion before. There's certain celebrities that you may know of were violent. So if you watch that series on the ID channel, the Playboy Murders, it was some shit. It was some shit. I see we have a caller on the line. We have a caller. By the way, when we have a caller on the line, you can still call in. There is no busy signal. We can conference people in all the way up to 50 people, so you don't have to worry about, oh, well, somebody else is there, so I can't call. No, you can call in anytime. So we're gonna bring the caller on the line. Caller with the last numbers. Let me get it right. Caller with the last number 7797. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. Thank you for calling in. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
What's going on, good brother?
Feeling like a real man should, man. You are a sound for sore ears. What's good? How you feeling?
I can't complain, man.
Nah, dude. You gotta go because I need some
bro.
complaints. I need complaints. What's up? Complain.
Well, I got some complaints for you.
Nah, you said no. You said you can't complain. You said you can't complain.
I can't complain, but I can. But if I complain as much, I'm gonna have to give all y'all money.
All right. What's up?
I'm gonna have to pay y'all for some shit. You know what I mean? But it's good to be back on the line with you. I was upset that I missed yesterday's show. I called in too late.
Yeah.
But you was on there to 4:20 last night.
I know, man. I was like, look, we got to go. I can't watch the sunrise. I can't watch the sunrise.
You know, but you have to realize something. You know, there's a double standard still. You know, people always sit back and they say that there's a lot of things that's changed in America for African Americans. No, it's still one and the same. I mean, let's just go with the presidential race right now. We got one of the most racist, most ignorant, disrespectful ass people running for president. But yet, as soon as Kamala says something wrong, or they want to talk to her about her voice and how she laughs about all the time, or, you know, they complain about how everybody finds something they can find on Kamala. But yet Donald Trump do so much, a fucking lot. It has nothing to do with being a man. It has something to do with his complexion. It's still double standards. You know, and that's the same thing with the Hugh Heffner thing. Diddy is locked up. Hugh Heffner never went to jail. The majority of the shit that went on, a lot went on at the damn Playboy Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you look up the word a lot, you see a picture of Hugh Heffner.
Yeah, I mean, it was wild. It was real wild.
You know, Diddy is locked up because he ruffled some feathers. He did something wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? In order for Diddy ain't coming home, but in order for him to get a light sentence, he gonna have to turn become Wesley Snipes in New Jack City and turn Kareem Akbar in.
Right.
You know, first thing I'll be like, Clive Davis. Clive.
Well, I mean,
I'll bring up Clive. I bring up a lot of motherfuckers.
Well, see, the thing is, and he's going to snitch. He already let you know he's going to snitch. But my question is, what money was he making from this? You know, like, how can you be, if you just have a sex ring going on, you can, listen, the porno industry, they make money from this. They make money from sex. You can invite a bunch of people that you know over to your house and have an orgy or, you know, or a brothel type of situation, but it wouldn't be a brothel unless there's money exchange. So if nobody is hold on, if nobody has to pay, then you can't really say that there's a crime going on.
Right.
It can only be a crime if you're talking about a violation where money is concerned. So just like cigarettes or alcohol or whatever, you can't transport that stuff across state lines and sell it legally. You can't do that. Now, sex, I mean, prostitution is already illegal. What difference does it make if you do it local at the state or federal level?
Well, the thing about it is, you gotta realize something, man. Like I said, he ruffled somebody's feathers, and that's what got him caught up. I think I got something to do with that Ciroc shit that he went through. Right, but you gotta realize something. They're trying to demoralize and disrespect every inch of this. I mean, let's think about it. Why would the FBI get up there, make an announcement, and mentioned he had thousands of bottles of baby oil, 700 and something dildos, and I don't know how many bottles of lube. That's not a crime. He might have been ashy. He might have been ashy.
Hold on a second. Hold on. In the chat, Honey Be Honest says, "Are you making excuses for Diddy?" He says, and she says, non-consensual is the difference. That is true. Now,
I agree. No. See, it has nothing to do with me making excuses. We're comparing apples and oranges because matter of fact, no, we're not comparing apples and oranges because number one, Bill Cosby got locked up, and a lot of shit that went on with Bill Cosby happened at the Playboy Mansion.
Wait a minute. Let's clear.
Never been locked up.
Wait a minute. Let's clear something up. In order to be charged with trafficking and racketeering, you're not talking about non-consensual. You're talking about consensual. If it was non-consensual, hold on. If it was non-consensual, we're not talking about racketeering, and we're not talking about a conspiracy, we're not talking about trafficking and trafficking and racketeering. We're not talking about that. You're talking about straight rape or okay, I get it, because now human trafficking is prostitution, but prostitution is not sexual assault because it's consensual. If it's non-consensual, then you're not talking about human trafficking. You're talking about straight up rape or sexual assault. So we want to make sure that we understand the terms that we're going to be using here.
Whoever the person that just said something about me making excuses for Diddy, by no means am I making excuses for Diddy. What I am saying is that there's a double standard. Here's a double standard. Weinstein didn't get locked up immediately, but Bill did.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you turn back around, Hugh Heffner never got an assault charge. And it's all them years of running Playboy and having a Playboy mansion. You know, if them walls could talk, it'd be some shit.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, it has to be the excuse that I make for Diddy is that what I am saying is that baby oil, dildos, and lube does not have nothing to do with the charges. So why would they bring that up? It's to demoralize them to bring them down. That don't mean shit. Nobody care about that. We care about if he did something to some boys. Did he do something with some women? Did he rape people? Without the trafficking and the putting shit in people's drinks is what get this.
Now wait a minute. See, one of the problems with Diddy is that we do have evidence of him laying hands. We you know what I mean? He kicking, he's dragging, you know what I mean? He's almost punching. He ain't punch. He didn't exactly punch, but he definitely put a little boot. Well, he was barefoot, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? He used his foot.
Yes. So no, I'm pro women all day. You know, if it was me, I would have fucked him up on that shit.
Well, I don't think that the person who asked the question, I think she was asking both of us. I don't think she was just talking about you specifically. Because I was the one saying
we're not pro Diddy. We're pro.
I'm definitely not pro Diddy.
We're pro. We have a lot of, we have issues with double standards.
Well,
we have issues with double standards.
The reason I did this show is because on social media, I saw a lot of people asking that question. They brought up the whole, well, Hugh Heffner did this and he never got arrested. He never got in any kind of trouble, but they want to lock up Diddy and blah, blah, blah. My thing is, either he did it or he didn't. You know, like.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with my aunt. My aunt is a big R. Kelly fan. As soon as you bring up R. Kelly, As soon as she says some R. Kelly, I tell her about R. Kelly, and she gets upset, and she say, "But what about Elvis? What about this? What about that?" I said, "I'm not talking about Elvis. Elvis married Priscilla when she was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Lee Lewis married his own cousin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then this Great Balls of Fire. That man, Jerry Lee Lewis, married his own cousin when she was a teenager. But then you turn back around, but see, the problem I have with R. Kelly is that not only did he get a chance 2 times, because if you remember, before he did anything to Aaliyah, he was doing something to her backup singers. Then he did something to Aaliyah. And the only reason why he didn't get taken to court or he didn't get sued for that or locked up was because they signed off on 12 play in his first one, his first 2 albums are signed to Aaliyah now. Mm-hmm. So any money that comes from the first 2 albums, what's Aaliyah's family? It's her. So she was getting money. Think about 12 play and all them songs that was on 12 play and all that stuff that's being played on the record back in the day. There was no streaming services, but people were still buying that shit, and people was playing on the radio.
Well, how is playing somebody? Hold on. Why would we stop? Listen, I know a lot of people stopped playing R. Kelly, and I'm like, you already bought the fucking album. He ain't losing no money by you not playing it no more. I mean, I guess it's a way. It's a way for you to make your statement or whatever. But you liked his songs. That's it.
You absolutely correct. But the thing about it is, like, I don't play much of R. Kelly.
Man, R. Kelly was dope. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't no better artist than R. Kelly. I'm sorry. I ain't stopped playing R. Kelly. I'm never gonna stop playing R. Kelly. Fuck out of here. You gotta separate some things. Separate.
I used to listen to this philosopher. His name is Son to the 752. You never lie.
Look, man.
That's the word of Son 752. You never lie, bro.
Listen.
You the shit.
It is what it is. Shit. R. Kelly's music is
the thing about
nobody better than R. Kelly.
I feel like this.
What, we stuck with Chris Brown?
I don't listen to none of Diddy shit. You know what I mean?
How can you not? Mary J. Blige?
I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry.
So wait. Hold on. The My Life album, Mary J. Blige. You mean to tell me when especially her song
My Life.
Wait. The one with the Biz Markie beat that she do with Smith and Wesson. For the memories, I know you can hear me now. For the come on, you ain't gonna tell me when that shit come on. You ain't come on, man. You know what I mean? When they start that that was Diddy, but that was Diddy beat. I mean, you know, he wasn't a real producer, but he had the producers to produce Mary. You can't stop listening to Diddy.
Heffner.
Listen, you stop listening to Diddy, you gonna take out the whole 90s. Who want to do that? That was the last great decade of R&B.
Like, well, R. Kelly, I don't know who he's singing to. When I hear him say, "Your body's calling me," who are you singing to?
Now,
how old are you?
R. Kelly always lets you know exactly who he was talking to.
I don't know who he was talking to.
I'm saying, see, I bought out R. Kelly albums. Like he was very specific about who he was talking about.
If you look at Surviving R. Kelly and you listen to all the ladies talk, you are not alone. That he wrote for Michael Jackson was for a young girl that he got pregnant. He wrote that for her.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, if you're going to take everything that an artist does if you want to take everything that an artist does as an indictment about the crimes that he was committed for, then that's going to go a lot of places. Okay, all right. Let's say some freak shit that we know about that has never been charged with a crime. We know that Magic Johnson was a straight freak. Some people, well, let me put it this way. Some people know it and some people don't. But he was. He used to fuck him like 4 or 5 at a time. That's why he didn't know who gave him HIV. So are you going to say that all of those assists that he was that he scored in them games, that was all with them chicks he was fucking? Like, no, don't show me no Magic Johnson. I don't want to see him doing no passes, because that was him passing these chicks to his man. That's what that shit was about. He probably got it from Isaiah. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it gets a little. I understand where people are going with it, but logically it doesn't make sense.
Listen to what I'm saying. Magic Johnson was having sex with adult women.
We don't know that. Wait.
Well,
we don't know that. You know what I mean?
We don't know. Well, let's put it like this. If I found that out, I wouldn't fuck with Magic like that. Not that anybody would give a fuck, but that's just how I am. But with R. Kelly got away with Aaliyah. He got away with pissing on that girl, and he still couldn't stop. He still couldn't fucking stop.
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta address something in the chat. Libra Poet says this. Hold on. This Libra Poet says this Sun 752 needs to wake the fuck up, and see what's really up. He's deluded and trying to justify criminal behavior. First of all, let me tell you something, Libra Poet. First of all, I'm going to thank you for your little indictment. Here's what you don't know. I went to school to study law, so I understand how the courts work. I understand how everything in the criminal justice system works. Everything from the cops all the way to the prison. I understand that. I went to school for that shit. Graduated Penn State 1993. That was my major. So when I speak, I'm speaking in a certain type of way. But my goal is to make you think about the things that you do. See, y'all, a lot of people are basing their decisions off of their emotions. You know, oh no, that's just a terrible thing. You should stop doing everything. You don't stop living your life because a crime has been committed. And you don't change everything that you do because a crime has been committed. Because if you did that, then you would never make another move in your life, because crimes are always being committed. Now, we have a system of justice in this country called innocent until proven guilty. But on the streets, the street justice that we try to exact to people means guilty until proven innocent. So you don't know. You weren't there at any of those parties. You don't know Diddy personally. I don't know if you know anybody who knows him personally, but I think if you did, you would probably mention it. So I'm going to assume that you don't. I know I don't know him, but I do know people who know him personally. And I don't think that he's a good guy. But that has nothing to do with the records that he's made and the records that he's produced. So if it's your choice not to listen to R. Kelly or P. Diddy's music, that's your choice. But you can't tell other people what to listen to or how to conduct themselves. And you can tell them, but it's not going to work. The only person that you control is yourself. And you don't have any control over the evidence that's presented against them. You don't even know the evidence that's presented against them. And none of us will know until the trial comes. So we don't know if he's going to get convicted or if he'll be acquitted. What we do know is that he's currently locked up because he couldn't make bail. He was denied bail twice, 3 times. That's what we know. So if you don't want to listen to Keisha Cole, last night, just gonna get an answer. I was bumping that shit today. I was bumping that shit today, and I'll be if you gonna tell me I can't listen to no Biggie, I can't listen to no Black Rob, I can't listen to no Faith Evans, I'm like, the fuck out of here. Nah, we not doing that. And I can't listen to 12 play. I can't listen to Bump and Grind. Sorry, my playlist is my playlist, and I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail because of the music I listen to. And he's and none of the people who are in jail are going to jail. They're not locked up because of the music that they made. They're locked up because of the relationships that they formed and the way that they conducted themselves away from the music. The music didn't get them in trouble. Maybe their status as a fame and access, maybe that's what got them locked up. But it ain't because I don't see them taking away any of his gold and platinum plaques. There's a reason for that. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Anyway, go ahead, Troy. Wait. You sound muffled. My dude.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Libra Poet says, I've seen footage of him talking sexually to a minor in front of other celebs. Well, I haven't seen that. And that still doesn't have anything to do with his records. So like I said, if you choose not to listen to his songs, fine, that's good for you. But I don't see how you're moving the needle one way or another. But if that's good for your heart and your soul, so be it. So be it.
The art has nothing to do with the action. And I can agree with you on that. But with the person that's saying what they're saying, they must not really understand what the topic is. You say Diddy's in jail, but Hugh Heffner never went to jail. So there is a discrepancy on that.
There absolutely is.
Talking about this, we're not condoning Diddy or R. Kelly or Bill Cosby's actions.
Right.
What we're saying is that why is that? Why is it that
some people get knocked, some people get investigated, and some people don't? We're asking.
Why is it that there's a deep investigation in African American men when these Caucasian whites are doing the same thing, even worse at times?
Well, you know what? I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to keep it right where we are, because we'll be all day and all night trying to compare everything else. But what we can do is,
if you take the music away, let's just take the music away, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's still the same shit. You got Donald Trump going against Kamala, and Kamala is being vetted by, and not just in the thing that fucks me up about Kamala, our own people vet her and got. When she was VP, nobody said shit about her. Nobody said. Everybody who knows about politics knows the vice president don't have to say or have a say so or nothing. They do the bare minimum. The bare minimum. The vice president's main thing is to do whatever things that the president needs him or her to do, or until something goes wrong. Like for instance, people don't know that when the president go have surgery, the vice president is the president.
Right.
They don't know that because they don't know if the president is going to pass away through the surgery.
Hold on. Ronnie Philpott says it's definitely way more sick white music executives and artists, but they haven't been prosecuted like Jerry Seinfeld. Yo, Jerry Seinfeld. Yo, you want to talk about a pedophile? Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld is something else, boy. Yo.
And that's what we're talking about, Libra. What is it, Libra what?
No, that was
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Libra Poet.
That's what we was talking about.
Libra Poet, yeah.
We're talking about that. We're talking about those situations where Weinstein. We're talking about
Harvey Weinstein, yeah.
We're talking about Epstein. We're talking about all this shit that was going on right? You know, at the end of the day, nobody said shit. Nobody brought them in. But as soon as you bring in Bill Cosby, you got women that you, during the time that Bill was out there, and this is the thing that the people don't really understand. If you really want to get deep with Bill Cosby, I don't care how much money Bill Cosby had back in the day. If one of the white women went to the authorities and said, Bill Cosby raped me and gave me drugs and gave me drugs illegally, you know what Bill Cosby is all day? Back in them days, Bill Cosby was still a nigga. So as soon as they went to the authorities, they would have locked Bill Cosby up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like today. But back then, if they went and reported Bill Cosby, they would have been happy to lock Bill up. They didn't want no black people with no money like that back in the day.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Nobody care about Bill Cosby. It was said that Bill Cosby is the one that brought the system for Martin Luther King. I have a dream speech. Nobody care about that shit.
Here's the thing. Like I was saying before, it's very ironic that sex is the thing that gets these entertainers caught up. But it's all good until you make somebody mad. Now, I'm not sure who that somebody is. I don't know if the somebody is one person. I don't know if the somebody is an organization or a group or somebodies. I'm not sure. But you have to take into consideration that there's definitely something going on that we don't know, because all of these things are allowed to go on for years and years and years, and they are mad accomplices, they are mad witnesses, and people who never said anything, people who were in entourages, people who were just hanging around, and they never said anything. Same thing with the Playboy Mansion. Everybody was getting some ass, nobody said shit. There was drugs, there was alcohol, it was in the confines of a certain area. I mean, you know, I guess like Michael Jackson had Neverland, and Hugh Heffner had the Playboy Mansion. What happens in the Playboy Mansion stays in the Playboy Mansion, and for the most part, it did. For the most part, but things got out before, and you know, for some reason or whatever, he was never charged. He was able to escape it. Now, our people, the same thing with Diddy. He's been doing this shit. How long the first time I saw Diddy, I didn't even know I was seeing him. Do you know this do you remember all the way back in like 86, 87? Do you remember this girl group called Finesse and Sinquist?
Yeah.
You know he was in a video?
Yeah, you know what video he was in? Stacey Ladder song.
What?
Yeah.
Which Stacey Ladder song?
He was the background dancer in the Stacey Ladder song video.
Well, there you have it. So he goes back. So you know, if you think about how long he's been exposed in the industry and the shit that he's seen, it's no wonder that he's this way. The longer you in, the more ins and outs that you see. Now, one thing about Diddy is he's not stupid. He's from what I understand, he's very calculating and he's very manipulative. So he makes sure that he paints people in a certain type of corner. He makes them sign NDAs, which is non-disclosure agreements and things like that, to make sure that people are silenced. From what I understand, he took away people's phones. There won't be any recording. There won't be calling nobody, none of that kind of stuff. Not that you could, you know, they may have still had a burner on him or whatever, but he took certain precautions to make sure that he could escape justice if it ever came down to it, or as my dad used to like to say, questions that don't get asked don't have to get answered. So he did his due diligence to eliminate the questions. It's not any different than what you might do or what I might do. But the difference is we're not involved in this in the sex industry. Now, whether you're talking about a Bill Cosby, whether you're talking about a Magic Johnson, whether you're talking about P. Diddy or Luther Campbell or any of these cats that are known for freak. The difference is who they have to answer to. That seems to be the difference. Like, these cases with Bill Cosby were going on for 40 years. He had actually went to court for him. You know what I mean? Remember, they were supposed to be sealed and all of that. They found a way to unseal him, and that's what he got convicted
that's
for.
How he got out.
Well, but that's how he actually went to prison. So that's how he went to prison.
That's how he went to prison. That's also how he got out of prison.
Well,
when he appealed it, the appeal judge said that if this was sealed and this was already taken care of, you cannot charge him on the same charges.
Well, that should have been that means he should have never gone to jail in the first place. But there was some other technicality.
He should never been tried again.
That's there shouldn't have been when you make a deal, you don't go to trial. That's how you avoid going to trial. So he had not gone to trial. He had admitted that there was some improper things that he did, and he paid the money, and that was supposed to be that. But anyway, my point is, when I say that the difference is who you answer to. So regardless of what you have going on sexually, physically, spiritually, whatever, whoever is signing the checks for you is who you're going to have to pay, is who you're going to have to work for. When you decide that you've gotten too big for your britches and you don't want to work for them, or you don't want to follow orders, or you decided to go work for somebody else and you're not finished the work that whoever was paying you before wants you to do, well, that seems to be when it's like, okay, well, guess what? I got something for you. Says you want to be such a smart. And like with Bill Cosby, how they say that he wanted to buy NBC and that's when it all started. I don't believe that. Just because
first they said NBC, and they said Ciroc. The situation he went through the people with Ciroc. That was Diddy. But yeah, everything. Oh, but no. Another thing about Bill Cosby is there's a property that he owns that has a lot of oil underneath of it, and they was talking about how they want that too. So that's another reason why they wanted to really throw Bill Cosby in jail. Like even with Diddy, I heard that he was in the process of trying to buy Netflix. There was so much shit behind it, but the thing about Diddy is, like I said, I can subtract the music from the person, but the action still is there. The action is the part that gets me. Let's even take all that lube and all that, fuck that. We talking about putting things in people. We talking about drugging people. We talking about some raping people. You know what I mean? And the thing is that even with the Hugh Heffners and all these, none of the handlers or none of the people underneath are getting in trouble. I think the people that's underneath need to go, because you're just as wrong as them. Like
hold on. Hold on a second. I gotta handle some things in the chat because motherfuckers is getting a little out of hand. First of all, Crazy Steve, fuck you. You can eat a dick. And believe me, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You can eat a dick. You keep this bullshit up, and you can get the fuck out of here. I know you've been here before. You know what time it is, so you can go ahead with that bullshit. And Libra, hold on, who's that? Libra poet? Fuck you, Libra poet. You too squeamish to listen to a show that you found and evidently caught your attention. Listen, there were people here when you got here. There'll be people here when you leave. So fuck all that bullshit. Now, I think this is one of those things. One thing about the whole social media thing and this whole content creator thing, you start tapping into people's feelings. Now, I understand that, You know, you may have family members or yourself may have been touched, you know, before or gone through all of this shit. But I always take a facts over feelings approach because my feelings lie to me sometimes. Sometimes my feelings make me think that people are my enemies when they really don't even give a shit about me. You know, they could be indifferent about me. Sometimes my feelings make me feel like some people are my friends when they really don't give a shit about me. You know what I mean? So you can feel a whole lot of things, but until you start dealing with logic, understanding, and straight hard facts and evidence, then you're never going to really be able to settle down, calm down, chill, or learn anything. And that's sad for you. So it sucks to be you. But it don't suck to be me. It don't suck to be me. So all of that shit y'all talking in the chat, first of all, let's do this. Let's do this because, you know, y'all see that this number is pinned. So if y'all really want to express yourselves, y'all can call into this number. But I know y'all won't do it because y'all a bunch of pussies. And I understand. I get it. A bunch of pussies. You know, they want to talk all that shit, you know, like little keyboard gangsters, all that old crazy shit. You know what I mean? Put your money where your mouth is. The number is 319-527-6199. Fuck all of that shit. They in the chat, you know what I mean, trying to be popular and shit. Like, look, I wrote some funny shit. Don't y'all think that's funny? Didn't nobody come here for you. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. I gave you a shout out. I might be the only person that gives a fuck about you. Nobody else. But thanks for coming by, you little bitch. All right. Anyway, go ahead, Troy.
Yeah, I don't know what was just said, but also, you know, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and they can walk around. Like you said, you always want to have computer thugs and people. If you can't, the most important thing about a podcast and talking on a podcast is maturity. Be mature. Be grown. Be grown folk. Don't be disrespectful. If you can't compensate on a mature level, well, like my brother just said, fuck you, eat a dick.
Right? So
you know what I mean? This is the maturity of people. We're having a conversation based on this has nothing to do with us condoning the ignorance and the disrespectfulness of Diddy. What we're saying is this is a how or why is there so many discrepancies between Hugh Heffner and Diddy, or Donald Trump, Kamala, or Bill Cosby and Epstein. You know, we can go down the line. There's just so much shit that when you sit back and if you go down the line, you can always make a category for certain people. Like, how is that Elvis didn't get locked up? For statutory rape. How is it that Jerry Lee Lewis never got locked up for statutory rape?
Wait. The press was a lot different back in the day than it is now. You know, like sports celebrities like Babe Ruth, he was reckless on some old crazy shit. One time he was seen running from his hotel room. A woman was chasing him with like a meat cleaver or some shit like that. And they didn't report it. Before, the press used to protect certain icons and shit like that. Now, should they have done it? Probably not. But can you imagine any of the people, the famous people, not just entertainment, any of the famous people, the iconic people, the historic people, things, even inventors? Can you imagine what their lives would have been like and how their stories would have been written had they had something like the internet? Can you fucking, even if you just go back to if you just go back to the 90s, because the internet and social media and all of that shit, camera phones and all of that didn't come out until the 2000s. So can you imagine do you think that Biggie and Tupac and you know, maybe Scott LaRock and anybody else who passed before this social media thing, do you think that they would have been how we look at them now, had there been social media, they would have been chopped and screwed. They would have been totally fucked. You know what I mean? They wouldn't have been able to get away with the shit that they got away with because a different kind of story would be written about them. Sometimes it's fair, a lot of times it's not, because you get tried in the court of public opinion. Hugh Hefner, for some reason, never got tried in the court of public opinion. But there's a whole TV series about him and the mansion. And in every episode, and there are 3 seasons of it. Every episode, somebody got killed, and they were associated with that mansion. So for him to never have gotten arrested, charged, or anything, or even suspected of a crime, you have to consider that something is up with that, because he lived until the age of social media. Let's see, what year did Hugh Heffner pass? Let me see. What year did Hugh Heffner die?
Hugh Hefner died on September 27th.
2017? What? Yes. He was all up in it. He was definitely in that age. So history is going to treat the people who lived after social media a lot differently than before social media. So the reason that I even decided to do this show is because I saw a lot of posts talking about, these posts are floating around comparing Diddy to Hugh Hefner. Now, I said the same thing that a lot of people are saying now. I said, he either did it or he didn't. Why are you trying to deflect to somebody else who's not even here, can't defend themselves or whatever, when you have somebody here that either did it or didn't do it and can defend themselves, and there are other witnesses and people that you can go to try to find out the truth. We can get to the bottom of this thing. We have an opportunity to get to the bottom of this thing. So I decided, all right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and talk about this tonight. So, you have to take the good with the bad with a lot of this shit, but I understand how people get into their feelings. But everybody has feelings. We have to, and we all have to exercise some self-control and try to control our emotions, because our emotions will have us doing certain things that we thought or felt were the right things to do at the time. Your feelings will have you getting caught right up in the moment because you're not using your brain. You're using other processes.
Using your emotions.
Yeah, well, your hormones are all up in it. And your hormones get you all fucked up. So
well, that's the thing about it, right? I was just sitting up here saying, even like if anybody want to sit on there and let's even take away the Diddy issue. The Diddy and Hugh Hefner issue. Let's just go to Donald Trump and Kamala. You know what I mean? You sit back and you hear how there's a double standard within that measure. And not just because she's a woman, but just because she's black. She doesn't get the same treatment as Donald Trump. She has to be perfect on everything.
So she don't even get to be. She don't even get to be black. Huh? She don't even get to be black. Right. Remember?
Right. She can't be black. She's Somalian or Malaysian, whatever.
Well, you know what?
You know what I mean?
Before social media, she would have been undisputedly black.
Right. Yes.
He came at the wrong time.
But like I said, it's not even so much even just them people that want to sit up here and put her in a corner. It's our people that want to put her in a corner. And I think, to me, that's one of the worst things that can happen the most, because when your own people want to put you in a corner, it takes me out. We don't hold white presidents like we want to hold white presidents accountable like they want to hold the only black president we had accountable. When a white president is in office, black people don't expect shit. When Racket in office, they want every fucking thing. extra fried chicken, extra watermelon, extra money on EBT cards, free money, days off. They want every fucking thing across the board, not realizing he's not the president of black people. He's the president of everybody. And he only could do the bare minimum because you still have to answer to Congress and the Senate. Even and once you get all that shit done, then you still have to make a decision on the betterment for the people. Should I sign off on this? Is it beneficial to the people, not beneficial to black people? Well, he ain't do nothing for me. Like, it took me out because he got on stage the other day. Because I tried my best to look at bits and pieces of the rally. And he said, I heard people was out there saying that, Donald Trump gave him a check. I'm pretty sure you heard this.
Uh-huh.
He said people out there talking about Donald Trump gave him a check. He said, well, Kamala and Joe Biden gave you a check. I gave you a check. The difference is we didn't have to put our name on it because we wasn't thinking about our own self. We was thinking about the people. He said pretty much he didn't give you a check. Congress and the Senate gave you the check. He's just so happy that he wanted to stroke his own ego and put his name on the check.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've been telling our people. I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump because he gave me a check. No, he didn't give you shit. He put it like you say, he put the name on the check. But this is the area we're living in. You sit back and you got people. I don't care if he calls niggas, as long as I get more money in my account. How you don't care?
See, one thing about our people is we are quick to, a lot of times we're slow to support each other, but we're quick to condemn each other.
Yes,
really quick.
Yeah.
To the point where the ones who don't quickly condemn get in trouble with the people who do quickly condemn. It's like, they get asked questions about their own activities. Like, how could you stand up for somebody like that? Or how could you defend them? When you might not be defending them, you might be trying to find out, you might be trying to get to the bottom of things, just like the courts have to do. They can't just, go by conjecture or rumors or innuendo. Like, well, I heard that, he be messing around with young girls. Like, it has to be proven. There's a process that you have to go through. But, speaking of the process that people have to go through, speaking of rumors and innuendo, Ben Roethlisberger that played for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
For years, there were rumblings and rumors of payoffs. They said this man was crazy on the sexual assault rape tip. They said they said the Steelers had to pay off a bunch of women.
Uh-huh.
And they say it's a fact. They say he was reckless and ruthless, but never got arrested for it. Well, there were a lot of accusations. Yeah. Big Ben. They said Big Ben, he was funny with the hands. Yeah. Let me see. Let me look up Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes, he was. Let's just not talk about Big Ben. Let's talk about Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not even talk about. We not even talk about women. We talk about him taking money, millions of dollars, for his benefit. Still hasn't been locked up. Hasn't been charged with nothing.
Yeah. Now, when I Google, when I Google Ben Roethlisberger rape allegations, let me see. Let's see. Still accused of. Okay, March 5th. Ben Roethlisberger accused of sexual assault. it's just funny how this don't pop right up, and he's never been suspended or anything concerning this. You know what I mean? Now at the same time, other celebrities, when they were accused of anything even remotely close to that, they shut it down. Like, you sit. You ain't starting this season. You know what I mean? Until we get everything worked out.
The NFL, and not only that, they would suspend them. The NFL would suspend them until they did their investigation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like I said, this is not condoning the ignorance of people.
Mm-hmm.
This is the double standard.
Yeah.
This is why is this way and why is it that way? There is no difference between, a white person or a black person. I just don't like the fact that there's a double standard. Why is it that when and I'm not turning, but it is somewhat of still a race issue out here. Why is it that when a white guy gets pulled over, he can get out of his car, curse the cop out, fuck you, motherfucker.
Hold on, peep this out.
Get out the car, you shoot him 17 times because you felt threatened.
Wait, check this out. I found an article online by Diana Moskowitz, and it's called "What I'll Remember About Ben Roethlisberger," and she opens up talking about his Super Bowl appearances and all of the things that he achieved as an athlete, and then it says, in July 2009, a woman sued Roethlisberger in a Nevada court, saying the quarterback raped her in his Lake Tahoe hotel room, where she worked as a hotel employee. 8 months later, law enforcement in Milledgeville, Georgia, investigated him after a college student there said he sexually assaulted her in a bar bathroom. What followed ended in no criminal charges, as the few pieces that have been mentioned this at all made sure to say, but they leave out everything that came afterward. The horrifying dossier of documents released by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the local district attorney telling Roethlisberger on national TV to grow up, the many fans who watched him gone, the Sports Illustrated article that painted Roethlisberger as, to borrow a piece of Pittsburgh, as a real jagoff. This is why, for more than a decade, an unwritten rule has guided fans and media who want to talk about one of the league's longest tenured signal callers. Stick to the football.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. So, all right, it's a pretty long article. I'm needless to say, I'm not going to read it all, but what I'll do is I'll put the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat, and y'all can read that for your own edification. But this is just another example of a certain double standard, and people take this the way they want to take it.
Well, we call it double standard. We call it white privilege. We call it all that. It's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it just has nothing. If people in the podcast can understand, we're not condoning ignorance and disrespectfulness towards women, because Diddy is wrong. If Bill Cosby did what he did, he's wrong. Whoever does anything to disrespect or put any young person or any woman in bodily harm is wrong, and they should be prosecuted to the furthest extent. But we're talking about why are their counterparts, our Caucasian brethren, are not held to the same extent. Mm-hmm. Why? What's the reason behind it? Why the system is so lenient on them but so harsh on us? But it's the same thing. Like Google Brett Favre in his issues, and why nobody still hasn't locked him up.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Why he's not locked up?
Well,
I mean, it's the shit. This is the shit that we go through. This is the shit that we have to still deal with, that we still fight over. You know what I mean?
see,
you like.
wait a minute. In the chat, Michael Pence says because there's multiple victims of P. Diddy and evidence, not double standards. And Satan says because it was one woman shouting rape who was obviously trying to get that money and or attention, whereas Diddy has multiple people coming out against him with a mountain of evidence. Well, the difference between what Diddy, what's going on with Diddy, and what happened with somebody like Ben Roethlisberger is that, or Hugh Hefner is that, well, with Roethlisberger, they actually accused him of rape, straight up rape, not sexual assault, not no straight rape. They saying that he raped her. Now, if multiple women have done this, and you just kind of blow it off like, oh, they all just want money. Like, okay, so if you was ready, hold on, because when things like that happen and you don't look into them, then that's how whole departments and cities and townships get sued, because they go to court, prove that he did it, and now everybody who tried to protect them or tried to blow it off, everybody gets sued. It's like one big class action. But the other thing is, if you're talking about Hugh Hefner, yeah, nobody probably told on Hugh Hefner because, shoot, it's like telling on the playground. You don't want to shut the playground down. This is where we go to have fun. A-list celebrities, the who's who, places like that, atmospheres like that, energies like that, they always last. People want to be a part of those things. And so they will look the other way when it comes to certain things. But Diddy has not been charged with sexual assault. He just hasn't been charged with that.
Think about it like this. If it's 1 or 101, sexual assault and rape is rape. I don't care how many Diddy had. I don't care how many Roethlisberger had. 1 or 101. If one person say they got raped by Roethlisberger, that's enough. It doesn't mean about how many did it. It's the fact that they did it.
Right.
The count don't mean shit. Don't see, and that's what we do. Now you want to show leniency on Roethlisberger. Oh, it's just one. Oh, Diddy has multiple. No, there's no difference. There's no difference.
Yeah.
He has one that we know of. We don't know about the rest of them.
We don't know a whole lot of things. And we don't know if we're going to get a chance to find out a whole lot of other things, because they're going to mostly deal with the matter at hand as it pertains to the case. They can't go everywhere. But now we don't know what witnesses are going to come forth, because they're going to be during this time while he's locked up. His lawyer is developing a defense, and the prosecution, and both sides, the defense and the prosecution, are both looking for witnesses to either help him get exonerated or help him get convicted. That's the way it goes. So we're going to find out a whole lot of crazy stuff that we didn't think would come out, or maybe even more than what we suspected might be revealed in this whole case. Hugh Heffner is gone. We can't.
See, when we say, I'm gonna let you say something else again, son. Let me just say this, right? It takes me out because now all the shit Diddy done through the years, right? Now everybody want to come out the woodworks and say, "Well, I seen this and I seen that." Well, if you've seen it, like even with Jaguar Wright, I'm overly frustrated with her. It's not the fact that she could be telling the truth, but why you wait so long? What made you hold back? Because when you was performing with Jay-Z on Unplugged singing Song Cry, you never once complained before you did that show. You ain't say Jay-Z was doing shit. When you was on the road with the Roots, you ain't say the Roots was doing shit. But now all of a sudden, you want to be the spokesperson of and feel like you obligated to drop the ball down on people when you should have been did it. Because if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the situation. You are part of the problem because even with Gene Deal, all this time and all this shit that's been going on, what made you not say shit back then?
Yeah,
Maybe
ain't that some shit? He kills me.
What? Yeah. What made you say it now?
That motherfucker. He's something else. And the way he tries to present himself like he was protecting everybody. He slowed Diddy down. Get the fuck out of here, Gene. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
I seen this. But if you're seeing all this, like even with the people on Surviving R. Kelly, if you've seen this, if one of the dancers was like, when the bus door, when we was on a bus and everybody had their own pie, the bus hit a bump, the door opened, and I seen him having sex with Aaliyah. Why you didn't report that? Why you didn't say shit back then? You would have spared all these other young ladies and all these other people from going through that heinous shit. So you taking money over morals?
What about Aaliyah's parents?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They're culpable to it.
I mean,
they're part of it.
I mean, I think.
It's like this, man. Everybody that step back and say, when they sit back and they say, I seen, I think the FBI should lock them the fuck up too. I think the FBI should lock them the fuck up too. Because you can't be sitting up here talking about what you seen and you didn't report it.
Yeah.
Send to the rest right there. You should be like, look, I think, yes, okay. Why you ain't do nothing back then? You condoned it. You kept bringing R. Kelly women. You seen Diddy having free calls, and you seen all the shit he was doing. He was making the drink and spiking the drink with drugs. You seen him do it.
Mm-hmm.
You knew he was spiking the drink, but yet you let people drink that drink. You know worse than Jim Jones.
Mm.
If anybody don't know who Jim Jones is, I hope they look that up.
Well, no, we talking about the rapper. You know, that was that Dipset. He made you drink. Yeah, he made you drink. He made you drink that cyanide lace.
We're not talking about Jim Jones, the rapper. We talking about
He
Jim
made
Jones
you drink that cyanide lace. No, that cyanide lace Ciroc.
There you go. you know the Jim Jones I'm talking about.
Of course. You know what I mean? Yeah, but listen. Here's the thing. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Libra Poet, you still here? Oh, okay. Okay. This guy has no respect for women because if he truly did, he would never be saying this shit in public. Well, then you wouldn't be listening to it in public. And other people in here wouldn't be listening to it either. But the thing is, they're probably listening with informational intentions. And you're listening, you just want to cry. You want to cry. Are you a male or a female? No matter what, you're a female. No matter what, it don't matter. It does not matter what gender you were born. You're definitely female. But here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. It doesn't matter whether he enters or is penetrated. He's definitely a female. But here's the thing. You know, you're gonna always, if you get arrested, the court of public opinion can say whatever they want to for you. When it all comes down to it, evidence is gathered. So whether you're talking about the feds, the FBI, whether you're talking about private investigators that work for lawyers, no matter whether you're talking about witnesses who can attest to whatever you've been charged with or whatever, you're still going to have to stay in trial. He couldn't like P. Diddy couldn't make bail. He couldn't be granted bail because he was considered to be a flight risk. Now, you're not going to tell me that that's probably not a discrimination thing, because where could he go where he would not be recognized?
Right.
The problem is, it's not about whether you are recognized somewhere. The bail is intended to be collateral to make sure that the person comes to court. So here's hold on. Let me just make sure that everybody understands what the purpose of bail is, because a lot of people think that you just pay bail like it's a fee, like it's a charge. You get money back that you post for bail. So let's say your bail is $100. That $100 is taken by the court to ensure that you will come to trial, instead of wasting the so-called taxpayers' money by having everybody by developing this court date, gathering witnesses and all of that, because everybody has to get paid in court. So it's supposed to work like after you're convicted or acquitted, you get the money back, but you don't get all of the money back. You don't get all of the money. You get about 70%. So if you pay, if you pay $100, then you get $70 back. You're not going to get that whole $100 back. So people who don't understand this until they get locked up or until they have to pay post bail for a loved one or whatever, they don't understand how this works. It's the sole purpose for bail is to ensure that you will come to court. So like when people are released on their own recognizance, that means that you have from the charges that you have been by the things you have been charged with, they don't believe that it's serious enough that you would jump bail or that you would not come to court. So being released on your own recognizance is a good faith agreement that you will come back to court. P. Diddy was away, almost looking like, there were rumors that he was tipped off that he was going to be raided, and he was out in the Caribbean at the time when he was raided, and that didn't bode well for him with the judge for looking like he was in a flight risk. So he is considered to be a flight risk, and that's why he couldn't get bail. Now, can we say that may be racially motivated? Yeah, we can say it, but we can't prove it. What we can actually
think about this part right here, though, son.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of money that he was trying to put up for bail is unbelievable. He was trying to put up $50 million at his first bail hearing. $50 million. Second bail hearing, he was trying to put up $100 million, plus turning all of his passports, plus be on house arrest, and plus he said this is how deep it got. That he would have no contact with only contact he would have with is the mother of his children. That's how deep it got. And they still told him no.
I see some people in this chat are really dumb, but for real, they just be writing shit.
Let's go to an even more double standard. Let's go to the Menendez brothers.
Yeah, what about them?
They killed their mother and father, and everybody, Kim Kardashian, everybody walking around talking about freedom because they found some new evidence.
Yeah, they definitely killed their parents, and you know what I mean. It is what it is. I guess they want to dispute. See, the thing is, they didn't kill them themselves. They had them killed. So, what, the Mendez brothers?
The Mendez brothers killed their own parents.
Wait a minute.
Jim went to the basketball game.
From what I understood, they had him murdered. Wait a minute.
He killed them themselves.
Did the Mendez brothers kill their parents?
They killed their mother and
According to
father. Yes, they
NBC News,
did.
Okay, yeah,
And
they
they said
did.
that at the trial, they said that they were being abused. And what they did, and now what they
Okay,
did is that
okay.
they found new evidence.
But I remember because they tried to say that it was self-defense, and it was like,
Yeah, because they were being abused as kids and stuff like that, this and other.
but it was premeditated murder, so it
Right.
can't be.
So
Yeah.
see, now you find new evidence. So now it's cool if you kill your parents and stuff.
Hold on, Troy. We got 5 minutes left. I'm gonna have to shut you down. Then I gotta address these dickheads in the chat, and then we out of here. 4 o'clock is not going to. 4:05 won't see me. So listen, man. I want to thank you for calling in. Let me go ahead and handle these dickheads, and then we'll continue this on another day. Once again,
man.
Love is love, baby. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you. Always. All right, holla back at you. All right. Janoy
90 seconds.
Janoy Kresva. Let's start with you. First of all, don't worry about if I have a job. I got money. That's number one. Number two, you're nothing but a troll. So you can think that I get mad and all of that kind of stuff. Guess what? I get views from this broadcast. And I guess you get personal pleasure. I take mine over yours because this is a monetized channel. Do the math if you can do math. What up, Steph? Libra poet. We already know where you are with it. You're too emotional. I get it. I wasn't. Why would I protect the Mendez brothers? Like y'all, so you are fucking dumb. I mean, you really are. You're not that smart. Yeah, they did. Listen, I watched so much of the ID channel. I get my murderers mixed up. I might have thought that Ted Bundy did with the Night Stalker, with the Night Stalker Ramirez did, or what's the guy in Milwaukee, the serial killer? He was killing all the young boys and burying the bodies under in the crawl space of his John Wayne Gacy. Listen, I watched so much of this shit. Sorry. But when I'm corrected, I don't mind. See, I don't mind being corrected. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But guess what? Nobody dies. Nobody gets hurt. I don't mind apologizing when I'm wrong. Why would I? My ego doesn't work that way. Look, stupid shit. I'm emotional and you're bald and you protect child abusers. Yeah, that's right. Me doing this broadcast is protecting them. That's right. I'm gonna this one show will get Diddy out of jail. Yeah, that's logical. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. His lawyer will go and get this show, and he or she will say, "Listen, this guy that has this channel with almost 3,000, not exactly 3,000 subscribers, but close to it. He says that Diddy is innocent. I didn't say he was innocent. I didn't say he was innocent. I didn't say he was right. I didn't say any of that shit. What I said was, we don't know. We don't know exactly what happened, but he'll only be charged and convicted for what he's done, not for what you say, not for what anybody who doesn't take the stand says. It doesn't work that way. Many of you have probably been a victim of rumors and innuendo and people who didn't like you, maybe jealousy and things like that. And sometimes people say things about people. Do I think that Diddy is a good guy? No, not at all. Do I think R. Kelly is a good guy? Not at all. Would I stop listening to their music because they're not good guys? No, there are other bad guys. There are other bad guys who nobody else thought. You know, I wonder. I've always wondered, is this like a black thing? I've always wondered that because, you know, white people have been charged for shit, heinous crimes and stuff like that. Like, you know, Jerry Lee Lewis. Did people stop listening to his records? I don't know. Elvis. I don't know. They've been Seinfeld. Did people stop watching the Seinfeld show? Because, you know, he definitely has a little pedophilia on his record. I don't know. I mean, if you want to do that for personal reasons, knock yourself out. But I don't see how you're moving the needle. And saying and calling me bald, like I know I'm more handsome than you. I don't have the benefit of hair anymore. Nobody's offended by that. I mean, nobody. Like, that's fucking stupid. But Janoy says, I'm going to go get shot. Nobody give a fuck about what you do. Go do whatever. Listen, my night ends here. Your day starts here, and you started with me. So guess who's better? Me. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious. October 29th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Tahiba Williams, happy birthday to you. And also Barb Handy, happy birthday. And Brian King. And also Yeti Alvarez. Happy birthday to you. And my girl, Markia Pratt, happy birthday to you, Ma. Turning 34 years old. I can't believe it. And also Anissa Coble, Nene, what up? And also Christian Danell, affectionately known by her people as Chrissy Pop. Happy birthday to you. And Kenny Whitehead, actually a performer from Philly. Y'all remember that song back in the 70s? Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. That was actually Kenny Whitehead's father. But Kenny Whitehead made a couple of. He was in the music industry in the 90s. He made a couple of hits. And my man Jeffrey Williams, that I've known since 1982. Happy birthday to you. And Brenda McNair. And my people Seth Turner and Tay Muhammad. Happy birthday to you, Ma. And Garner Winthrop, my peoples. And go-getter Mamie Buford. Happy birthday, Ma. And also Tashella Taylor. Last but not least, my brother Louis Greggs since the 1985. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious October 29th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out. Rock on and do the damn, to rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, whether you compare Diddy to Hugh Heffner or Bill Cosby to Harvey Weinstein or what's the guy who got off? The actor, he was originally convicted and then it was overturned. He played in what's his name? He's a cold stone sex offender. older white guy, whatever. There's no use in comparing apples to oranges. You either did what you were accused of or you didn't. You can talk all day about why didn't you accuse this one? Why didn't you lock up this one? Why was this one allowed to get away scot-free? Why was this one never questioned? The question you have to ask yourself is, why am I in the trouble that I'm in? Did I do what I'm accused of? Am I in denial? Do I believe in my heart of hearts that I shouldn't be charged? Or do I believe that I should get away with this because I'm so rich and rich people are supposed to get away with crimes? Well, there was a day when rich people did get away with crimes. You would be able to pay your way out of almost any offense. Well, evidently, those days have kind of passed us. Maybe there's still people out there who enjoy the benefits of the double standard or the cultural advantages, racial advantages, environmental advantages. That's their struggle. You have to deal with yours. P. Diddy is going to have to answer for the things that he's been accused of. And remember, being guilty doesn't necessarily mean that you did something, and not guilty doesn't necessarily mean that you didn't do anything either. Those are legal terms. So when you are convicted, when you are found guilty in a court of law, that means that the things that you were charged for, you have been proven beyond a reasonable doubt to have committed those crimes. When you are acquitted, it means that there was some doubt. There was doubt that you may have done it. It doesn't mean that there wasn't any evidence. It just means that there was some doubt. Like, that last witness was a little shaky. Maybe all the other evidence was really strong, but that last witness placed some doubt. It placed some doubt. Like maybe his glasses weren't strong. Maybe he gave a witness testimony at a time when he didn't have his glasses on, or maybe he was drinking or under the influence of some type of substance, and he wasn't a credible witness. That's the way it works. If you're found guilty, it doesn't mean that you did everything. When you're found not guilty, it doesn't mean that you didn't do anything. It's a legal term, which will determine your fate of whether you have to either pay money or whether you will go to jail or not. So for Diddy fans, the best you can do is pray for him. You can't help him. It is what it is. Hugh Heffner doesn't have these problems. He never did. He was never arrested. He was never charged for anything. He was never convicted of anything. That's the way that works. So we have to deal with the here and now. Good looking out, my man Troy. Satan says, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. I mean, that was a clear-cut example. Libra Poet says, yes, it was a racist conversation. Well, God bless racism. Get off YouTube and lose some weight and show more compassion for victims. Well, I can have some advice for you too. Go watch a show where you like the person. And here's some other advice. Go eat a dick. And I want you to swallow it. You probably already do. I'm probably preaching to the choir. But I want you to know that you have an invite to go suck somebody else's dick. For everybody else, I want to thank y'all for coming through the show. I appreciate it, each and every one of you. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life, except for Libra Poet. Don't like him. Don't love him to death. Don't love him back. Him, her. I mean, her or her. I don't know. We will be back tomorrow night, 2 a.m. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night, 2 a.m. So make sure y'all come on through, stop on through. We're here every night. Every night. So hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And we're gonna get on up out of here. Let me see. Let me get Blog Talk on up out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace, y'all. Have a good night. Be safe.